Hello, and welcome back to what I hope is the final episode of me mucking around with these reactors. Right, let's have a look. So, I have loads of fuel cells now. We have no problem making fuel cells. Okay, so they're piled up on the belt. We've got nuclear reactors here. And this is where, in the old design, the belts racked back on themselves and merged. I think what I want to do instead is skip them like this. Okay. Try again. There, 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 there. Alright, so then these will skip into the second build. Then we'll figure out what to do about removing the belts later. But that does mean we don't need this. And before I take anything out, where is my hovercraft? Let's look on the map. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's that great big hovercraft thing. All right. So, I think all of these bits of flooring can go. Yeah, that's tidied that up. But for now I'm cutting the belts here so that they only come up that far. Right, so what is not being done? None of these turbines are appearing. And the substations are not. So let's have a look, see if we've done something silly. Alright, so turbines. It has cogs and pipes, but not steel. Okay. So we're limited by steel. And steel is pretty much one of our worst things at the moment. Okay, so we have a lack of mining drills. This is a full line of iron. These are not. So could one of these be redirected into steel? Yeah, I think it could be. All right, let's figure out the way to do it though. One of the things that's probably easiest to do if you're down there, but we will figure it out remotely. Okay, so I'd like to put one of those in there. Okay, there. Okay, so then we're going to bring in ore to join in there. And I had a blueprint of this a moment ago. Take that away. Put that there. So then this line is just fine. Okay. If this all works, I'll be amazed. Okay, there we go. Now let's fill in the gaps. think this may actually work. Let's head down here again. Alright, so this is still trying to build nuclear reactors. Okay, so note to self, next time put the nuclear reactors on the very end of the build, because everything else is starved for steel. Alright, back up here. Good. I think we could also improve the steel situation by adding more miners down here, but I tried to only put mixed ore miners on the mixed ore. Alright, so that's coming through. Now, I need to prioritize this, and I can't do that. I don't think it's going to be a problem in practice. Good, that should bring our steel production way up. Which eventually will result in the missing component. Oh, that went by. Okay, so what is this actually waiting for? So if I look at the recipe for turbines. Oh, it wants copper, and I've given it red circuits. Let's give it 2 of those. I can give that 2 of those. Okay, so that's an improvement. And I think that's already built, but you know, just to be careful. This copper, steel, red circuit. So this is not going to happen while this is building. Do we have improved steel? Yes, we do. Good. Right, we are not getting full bricks through because we're not getting full stone. And this stone is coming from here. Okay, and this is backed up, but it's one of these ones that has to be sorted. So I could backfill this. I will backfill this. Alright, so take that out. Okay, then we can put in a split there. Okay, that should do it. I still find this whole approach of building things remotely very weird. Okay. Let's head back down to this. How are we doing? So there's now steel coming through. These are being built and collected. Very cool. So it is just these. Products finished 0. Well, it will happen. It's all worked through now. Alright, so how are we doing for this stone shenanigans we were setting up? Yep, we're now backfilling this. Good. So that should now get all of this stonework going. Alright, and I think for now, I think it's not quite lined up. No, they're not quite lined up. Ah, that's an output arm. That's... because they're inputting and outputting to the same belt, which perhaps is part of the problem. I could have redesigned this to have two belts, so use a red arm, and that would have allowed me to bring back the empties in a contraflow. Yeah, but that would mean redesigning. Excuse me. And I would lose a tile, which may be a bit tight for the water pipes. So I think I'm going to leave it like it is. Do we have any of these? Yes, we have a turbine. Great. Do we have any heat? No. Okay, and we're probably not going to have heat until these substations are in. Okay, so... how are we doing for steel overall? Ah, so steel here is just disappearing. This here, what's the problem? Insufficient coal. Okay, so this coal is coming from just these. Okay, and this is backed up. So I can leech off this line. If I was to do that, how would I get... oh, I know. Alright, let's take that. Okay, I'm going to put in a splitter. There. There. Okay. Then that will go down. That will wrap around. Take that out, because then we can underground to there. That's a little bit freaky. Let's see how well it works. We're waiting on this and this. Primarily this, though. That's the one I care about. There they are. Brilliant. So... we should now have adequate coal coming back into the smelters, rather than the rather pitiful trickle we have currently. How's it working? Yep, coal is making it through. Well, that is definitely an improvement. And let's see if that gets these going. Is it going down? I get the impression everything here was pretty low on coal, by the way it's pulling it in. But yeah, that's now made it down further. So I'm calling that a success. Right, what's the next thing? So all the rest of this is working. We're getting all these smelters back online because we've forced in more coal. We've made 2 substations, and I think we need 8 to get our build going. Okay. We have a substation here. So we need 6, 12, 13, 14 to get it built. But the really key ones are this one and this one, because that gets the whole of this unit powered up. I'm not sure why I have this power pole. I'm not sure what it's for. I might delete it and see if the build breaks. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for paint to dry, I suppose we should start thinking about the next thing. So, nuclear build, uranium mine is definitely done, so delete. Nuclear build, yeah, I think we can delete that. So liberate oil, fix copper, and then production science is the next big job. Right, so this is going to build itself out. And I think what we should do now is head back to the design area. Oh, I don't know if you ever saw this. Go on map view so it's easier to scroll. This is what we ended up with for the light blue science. And it's all ready to go. We have a missing power pole somewhere. For this, where should it be? There. Okay. Yeah. But apart from that, this whole build is ready to go, and I think it looks pretty stunning sat in the water like this. Yeah, I like it. Right, wait. That will get placed down, and we'll fix it. All right. So the next build we need to do is production science. That will let us unlock a load of new techs which are useful for keeping our base running. The downside is production science is very, very, very hungry for materials. We will absolutely have to have we'll absolutely have to make sure that we have our oil up and running before we try this. Right, so these consume rail, electric furnaces, and prop mods. Rail is very hungry for steel, as are electric furnaces. They need bricks. Rails need stone. Then the production modules need red-green circuits. So this site is going to have just vast amounts of smelting. And I'm not sure if it should be done as... Well, it's not going to fit into one square, but I'm not sure if I want to break it down into smaller replicates. So let's have a look. To make this work, we need electric furnaces. And I've got a feeling we need 4 machines, but let's try it. 3. Yeah, it is 4. Okay, so that's slightly over on furnace machines. So we're 2/3 of one machine up. Right, then we are going to need prod mods, and I've got a feeling we're going to need more than that because they take forever to make. 10. Alright. I think you can see where I'm headed with this. Alright. Then the last thing is rail. So let's put down a rail making machine. There. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, all right. This is going to need some green circuits. Okay, so that's slightly over on green. Okay, so we are massively under for reds. So I need 20. Okay, and then that altogether is going to need another. Okay. And then we're 2/3 of one green machine up. To make all this work, we'll need some copper coil. Okay, I need to start requesting things again because I cancelled all the requests. I had a little mishap involving water. Right. And I'd like some slow arms. Ah, that reckons I'm down on green machines. Let's try again. Yeah. All right. Then for these, we're going to need red. I don't know how much. No, I'm going to have to wait for materials. Right, a couple of things before I forget. We need to put down the missing electric pole there. And let's head down to nuclear. Right, so we have this. Right, it's this one I think which is going to bridge the electrical networks and turn these on. And that's when we will start to get power through. Right, what's this? No, it's a turbine. Okay, so real drip, drip, drip of materials now. There's 6 to be picked up, which is encouraging. And where are the boxes? robots picking them up? They must be flying a very long way. Well, this is turning into watching paint dry, so I'm going to leave it here. This will build when you're not looking, I presume. And we will have nuclear power, which will be very good because we will... There's a substation. Is that the one we need? Is it the one we need? Come on. Come on, little substation. You can do it. Yes, you can. Good boy. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Great. We have nuclear power. I'm so pleased. So, let's look. Currently 0 watts being produced by those, but that does not matter. That's not the point. The point is it exists. These will start warming up, the pipes will start warming up, and then it will start producing steam, and then we'll have power. So, breathe out, sigh of relief. On that happiness, I'm going to leave it, and I will see you again next time when we will have a proper go at dealing with production science. Until then, see you again soon. Bye-bye.